Welcome to the 2021 USTA Alabama Awards Ceremony. Due to COVID-19, we are hosting this year's event virtually. Thank you for joining us as we honor the award winners. We hope to see you in person very soon.
2020, oh what a year. It did start out with people playing tennis. We hosted the Tennis on Campus Championships in Auburn. Rafael Nadal and Grego Dimitrov played an exhibition in Atlanta. USTA Southern and state staffers attended and had an amazing time. Glow-in-the-dark tennis? Yes, please. We partnered with Exclusive to host 4 events under the black lights.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Are you back on?
Now I can see you.
Yeah, hit the
Your
button.
lips are moving. I can't hear
Not
you.
that one, the other one.
Am I still
Are you
on
still in the
mute?
meeting?
Oh gosh, what's
And
happening?
I can't see you. Hit your
Going?
video.
I thought it was over.
I think it was pretty early in March that the USTA made the decision to cancel all of the sanctioned play, and it was just going to be until the end of March. But Southern had to immediately react to that, and my immediate thought was that it was going to be over pretty quickly, maybe a couple of weeks or a month, but we certainly know that was not the case. Well, I think our goals were certainly similar, to keep us moving in the same direction of growth, but COVID certainly had an impact on that. But it has also presented some opportunities for us. We've learned the virtual world a whole lot better. I don't know that I'm getting any better at it.
Here are the virtual accomplishments Bonnie talked about. The virtual happy hour with Bonnie, Katrina Adams, Chanda Rubin, and Todd Martin.
Because as a spectator, you're correct. It is the U.S. Open as a spectator. It's the greatest Grand Slam in the world to attend.
Talking Tennis Southern Style podcast launched with USTA Vice President Brian Hayline and Allison Risk.
It's time for Talking Tennis, Southern Style, with Sam Crenshaw on the Southern Tennis Podcast.
Me and My Racket, a video chat with Tennessee's Claire Bartlett.
Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Claire Bartlett. I'm the USTA Southern Tennis Service Representative for Tennessee, and today I'm talking with Andy Brandy.
3 junior tournament town halls with Maria Circone.
The fifth question was, do we have to wear masks when we play? The answer is no. We do not recommend that you do that, but we do recommend that as soon as you're done with the match and you're out in the facility that you please put your mask on.
A digital community tennis development workshop. While tennis was suspended, we wanted to support our tennis community. So, Southern Cares was born.
Well, certainly Southern Cares was a huge undertaking, but the project groups did the bulk of that work, and they collaborated with the state executive directors in evaluating and making awards to those that qualified. There was certainly a lot more going on, dealing with the funding cuts that impacted our budget and programming, tournament cancellations, USTA issues. Really, things were changing day by day.
USTA joined the Tennis Industry United campaign as tennis racket and ball sales skyrocketed. We started back with junior tournaments in June with heightened safety regulations and new technology. Scott Novak in Mobile talks about how they made their tournaments safe.
Sometimes we just weren't using technology in the past, and sometimes Corona was for a positive. We're almost doing things more efficient now. We're using technology. We're using the phones, the iPads, more technology, and it's making things a lot easier for parents, kids, and tournament directors. So we're happy that way. I think everybody's just so happy to be able to get a chance to get out and play tennis. I think we all kind of realized how devastating that is when something's taken away from you that you really loved. And maybe it was good for the kids too, realizing that this is a gift that was given to us to be able to play tennis.
Finally, pro tennis is back. Women's pro tennis returned to the USA in our own Lexington, Kentucky. 4 Grand Slam champs played: Serena, Venus, Sloane Stephens, and Vika Azarenka.
This is the first WTA event in the U.S. in almost a year, and for it to come to Kentucky
means a lot for the state of Kentucky, for the county, for the South in general. Our goal is to grow the game of tennis, and what a better way to showcase tennis than to bring it to this state and to have the incredible star-studded field that we have, led by Serena and Sloane and Vika and Coco. Like, the list just goes on and on and on. You don't typically find this at this level of event.
It's been amazing just to be back and see all my friends and everyone that I've missed for so many months. So it's nice to be back competing and seeing everyone and kind of getting back to my normal day job.
USTA League got going later in the year. Kentucky, Arkansas, and Tennessee held its USTA League state championships. Yes, there was a U.S. Open. Atlanta's Taylor Townsend reached the doubles semifinal while Shelby Rogers was a singles quarterfinalist. Plus, Tommy Paul advanced to the second week of the French Open in doubles. In more than 20 events, Fast Four allowed facilities to host quick match play in one day.
I do want to say what a tremendous privilege it has been for me to serve as president of USTA Southern. Most of my best friends I've met through tennis, and being able to give back to the sport that has enriched my life so much has been more rewarding than I ever could have dreamed. So Randy, 2 years ago in our video, Derek hit me a tennis ball and I caught it on my racket. This year, I don't have anything for you to catch, especially coronavirus. Just know we're here to support you and things will improve and get more back to normal. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Bonnie. With about 800 miles between us, I think we've got plenty of physical distancing to keep either one of us from catching a virus from the other. And it's too far for you to hit a tennis ball for me to catch, and I probably couldn't catch it anyway. But in terms of social distancing, we've had 3 video calls this week, so we've been able to manage the social part pretty well.
We can't wait for a healthy 2021 filled with more tennis.
The USTA National Junior Tennis and Learning, NJTL, Network is a nationwide group of community tennis organizations seeking to develop the character of young people through tennis and education. Each year, the USTA Foundation holds an NJTL essay contest. For the Southern section, the winning essays were selected out of nearly 200 entries from 18 chapters in 7 Southern states. The USTA Foundation NJTL essay contest winner for Alabama is Calvin Kim. Alana Boyce shines on the tennis court, in school, and in her community. She is ranked number 144 on the Girls 16 USTA National Ranking List. She is on the honor roll at Randolph School and recipient of the Prabha Sharma Award for Academic Excellence. She volunteers at the Manna House Food Distribution Center. Alana was the Alabama High School Athletic Association state singles finalist as a 7th grader and singles and doubles champion as an 8th grader for Randolph School. She was the girls' tennis team's most valuable player in 7th and 8th grade. The female junior player of the year is Alana Boyce. Kashtu Holcomb excels on the tennis court and in the classroom and virtual classroom. He is ranked number 107 on the Boys 18 USTA National Ranking List. While attending Randolph School, he competed at the number 1 position for his 7th, 8th, and 9th grade years. He was the state singles champion in 8th and 9th grade, and state doubles champion his 9th grade year, partnered with his younger brother. In 10th grade, he began online school through Ed Options Academy. Currently a junior, Kashtu supplements the Ed Options Academy curriculum by taking online courses from Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth. He hopes to play tennis in college while continuing his challenging academic pursuits. The male junior player of the year is Kashtu Holcomb. As a member of the ITA National Officials Committee, Chris Roger has held umpire training webinars, co-written a major portion of the ITA Officials Manual with a focus on chair umpiring skills, prepared and reviewed annual certification tests for new and returning officials, and run on-site trainings for officials. Chris has worked as a referee, as an umpire, chaired matches, and roved. He has officiated at the NCAA Men's and Women's National Championships every year since 2014. Chris has worked the All-American Championships, the ITA National Indoor Championships, the ITA Oracle Fall National Championships, the SEC Men's and Women's Championships, the Blue-Gray National Tennis Classic, and regular season NCAA dual matches. The umpire of the year is Chris Roger. Acing ALS, a charity event hosted by Auburn's Yarborough Tennis Center, brought together more than 100 tennis players from youth beginners to advanced adults and exceeded the goal of raising $5,000 by raising a total of $9,708.06. These funds went toward research on combating Lou Gehrig's disease, commonly known as ALS, hence the slogan, Acing ALS. John Jerome is the honorary chairperson for the event. Although John fights the effects of ALS every day in his own life, he and his wife Donna and their 2 children continue to contribute time, love, and support to tennis in Alabama. The charity event of the year is Acing ALS. Accepting the award is John Jerome. In championship year 2020, despite COVID-19, Gina Sellers captained 14 adult league teams. Her cheerful and inclusive nature and her dedication to league play continues to make a positive impact on the teams she leads. If you have a question about her teams, she'll ask you to let her get out her computer, and then she'll pull a stack of index cards out of her purse and be able to answer any question you may have, from the current season to any past season. The female league captain of the year is Gina Sellers. Glenn Peters is truly a selfless leader who always puts the team ahead of himself and avoids the limelight. He has put in countless hours behind the scenes to increase participation, encourage camaraderie, and help lead his teams to success. His hard work has led to 2 state championships at the 2-5 level and a runner-up finish at the combo 5-5 level. Although the 2020 state championships were canceled due to COVID-19, his 5-5 combo team finished the local league season undefeated. The male league captain of the year is Glenn Peters. Meg Edwards coordinated Tuscaloosa local leagues including 18 and over, 40 and over, 55 and over, mixed, combo, and tri-level doubles, and social leagues. When COVID-19 interrupted the 2020 championship year league play, Meg held Zoom calls to keep captains informed of safety protocols and was able to retain nearly 95% league participation. Meg, along with the Tuscaloosa Tennis Association, marketed 2 social leagues for University of Alabama faculty and students, Capstone Crush for 2-5 level and above players, and Crimson Freshmen for 2-5 level players. A clinic was offered for beginner players and players beginning to compete at the 2-5 level. When the season ended, a lake dock party was held for all league players and awards were given to winning teams. Meg's contribution to adult league play through her work and her volunteer efforts at numerous state championships has helped adult leagues in Alabama thrive. The local league coordinator of the year is Meg Edwards. Cole Camp has been an integral part of the wheelchair tennis community since 2016. As a University of Alabama student, Cole Camp decided to complete an internship with Alabama Adapted Athletics for his undergraduate degree in kinesiology. That 3-credit internship evolved from 3 credit hours to 6 credit hours to a full-time volunteer assistant coach and then a paid position as assistant coach for Alabama wheelchair tennis. 4 years later, Cole has been a part of 3 national championships and carries wheelchair tennis knowledge and experience few can replicate. Cole has volunteered hundreds of hours not only to Alabama wheelchair tennis practices and events, but also helped start the Tuscaloosa weekly free community clinics that have included over 40 juniors and adults from Central Alabama. The Wheelchair Tennis Excellence Award recipient is Cole Camp. In the summer of 2019, Tuscaloosa Tennis Association, Tuscaloosa Tennis Center, and the University of Alabama Adaptive Athletics partnered to bring tennis to individuals with disabilities. Through the grant process, the TTA was able to have CJ Jones and Jim Ham of USTA Southern lead a training program for a group of tennis professionals and volunteers. Among the participants were athletes from Eagles Wings, a nonprofit organization that provides day services for adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. The adaptive tennis program began in the fall of 2019 and continued into the spring of 2020 until COVID-19 temporarily halted the program. With safety protocols in place, the program resumed in September of 2020. The Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award goes to the Tuscaloosa Tennis Association and Eagles Wings. With the help of LaVonda Keel's devoted leadership, the Birmingham Area Tennis Association's Learning Excellence Through Tennis program grew to serve more than 400 children through after-school and weekend programs during the pre-COVID time, and she is helping the organization rally to find unique ways to safely serve children during the pandemic with virtual learning sessions. To help fund these efforts, she played an instrumental role in the organization's inaugural US Open Bracket Challenge fundraiser. She has an unrivaled and passionate love for the game of tennis, love for her community, and love for youth in her community. LaVonda generously gives her time and talents in advancing the game of tennis by serving in multiple capacities. She is a true ambassador for tennis with a long history of dedicated service. The Volunteer of the Year is LaVonda Keel. Dream Court's mission is to offer an adaptive tennis program for individuals with physical and intellectual special needs, striving for inclusion and acceptance. With a team of trained coaches and committed volunteers, Dream Court offers more than 60 athletes a calendar of events including spring and fall practice seasons with medal ceremonies, a summer camp, a unified doubles play day, and Christmas party. Additionally, Dream Court offers opportunities for athletes to participate in Special Olympics events, wheelchair tournaments, and unified tournaments. At the 2019 U.S. Open, Dream Court athletes were invited to demonstrate their skills on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Dream Court pivoted to virtual sessions and organized a drive-by parade. The Community Tennis Association of the Year is Dream Court. Accepting the award is Jessica Wayruder. The Real family loves tennis. Cardio tennis, adult league, tournaments, junior team tennis, school tennis, club and community tennis. Sally is a relentless volunteer and an enthusiastic recruiter of junior and adult players. She even has a phone that is dedicated just for tennis. Billy plays, encourages, and provides funding and transportation. Kate sets the bar high with her attitude and work ethic on court. Will is the thinker on court and always looking to improve his tweener. Mac loves to be on the court and always wears a smile. The family of the year is the Real family. Gerald Henderson Henderson is passionate about developing players of sound fundamentals and strong character. He encourages his players to have team spirit, display good sportsmanship, and compete with a focus on effort before results. He has created a diverse and inclusive program by working tirelessly with local communities and welcoming all to learn and enjoy tennis. Gerald holds himself and his students to high standards of honor and integrity. He genuinely cares about his students, and it shows. He is committed to helping his students reach their full potential. He has coached numerous junior team tennis teams, adult teams, and many of his junior players also compete in tournaments and on their school teams. His kindness, patience, and generosity inspire and motivate his students on and off the court. The Tennis Professional of the Year is Gerald Henderson. The sole mission of USTA Alabama is to promote and develop the growth of tennis. Ruth Ann Bendall has served this mission tirelessly in her 22 years of service. Ruth Ann has been part of the USTA Alabama family dating back to 1998 when she began her role as the mixed doubles state coordinator. Since that time, her responsibilities grew to include combo and tri-level state coordinator. In 2017, she became the Director of Adult Leagues, a position she has performed with remarkable dedication and commitment. Ruth Ann has stepped down as Director of Adult Leagues, but will continue her service as Local League Coordinator for Birmingham Women's USTA League. Thank you, Ruth Ann, for your 22 years of service. Elaine Francis began working at the Alabama Tennis Association 37 years ago as their secretary. When the job of executive director was established, Elaine shared that position for many years with Susan Briggs. Susan left Alabama Tennis in 1998, and Elaine took over as executive director and served in that position until 2016. Elaine continued to work for USTA Alabama until 2020. Elaine is known across the state of Alabama and the southern section for her kindness to everyone. Elaine loved to work with juniors, and she was at almost all the major junior tournaments across the state, where she was affectionately known as Miss Elaine. Thank you, Miss Elaine, for 37 years of service.
Jeff Grace is one of the neatest people that I've ever met in my life. He's such a sincere human being.
He's dealt with tournaments. He's been on our board as president. He is chairman of our Hall of Fame committee. He's been on junior rankings committees.
It was all fun. So it never occurred to me about giving back. It occurred to me that it was part of what we do.
Jeff worked at the Mobile Country Club for many, many years. He is beloved by everyone that he taught.
There was just as much joy out of that as there was playing tennis.
They stayed with him for years and years and years.
Helping people with their recreation was an honorable thing to do.
For 10 years plus, he was the captain of the Alabama Senior Cup team.
Each state sends a team in the ages 35s, 45s, 55s, 65s, and 75s, men and ladies.
During his term of running Senior Cup for the section, Jeff was approached by a group of senior ladies to add a 90s division, which was just great news that Jeff fully supported.
There were a group of ladies who were turning 90, and they wrote us a letter and asked if we would consider having national tournaments at 90. And I made the motion. I thought someday I'm going to be 90.
And he's still very good on the court. He's helping other seniors as well, getting involved, encouraging them. That is a good, healthy sport for him.
Of all the events that I played in, playing in Senior Cup was perhaps the most notable thing I've done.
It's been an inspiration to people like me to continue playing. I continue to play and Jeff continues to play. We're both beating up people on the courts.
He was a great player. He still is a great player. He's just a fun man to be on the side of the court with.
Well, I think he's a great example of someone who can play forever.
I know him as one of those genuine human beings that you would ever want to know and be your friend. And to have that kind of person fall in love with tennis, he puts magic in the game.
So playing tennis is just in your blood at this point, and you don't consider it to be anything but a joy.
The USTA Seniors Service Award is presented annually for outstanding dedication and contributions to growing tennis at the local level. The USTA Seniors Service Award recipient is Jeff Gray.